We believe it's important to reflect often on our why, right? You hear a lot about that. What's your why? Why are you doing the things that you're doing? What do you hope will come from it? Well, my next guest believes it's no different in grandparenting. She's a Nana herself who strongly believes in the importance of discovering your why, and today she is helping us do that. Therapist Tammy Hill joins me in studio. Happy New Year. It's great to have you here.
Good to be here.
You believe it's extremely important for people to live their why. Just give us a quick set the table. Why is that so crucial to success and also happiness?
Well, that's the name of my podcast, and I totally believe that if you know what you're about, you can choose to live with intention, and that brings a lot of peace and happiness. You feel like you're doing your thing, and it's great.
For nanas, for grandmas, this new kind of second motherhood, second chapter of life, I think a lot of times there's this feeling of I've lost control, right? I don't have as much influence or direct control as I did in the motherhood phase. How does the why, or the discovery of a why, apply to that chapter too?
I think it's important to not be in the thick of it. Step back and let your children be the ones that are in the thick of it. For me, as a grandmother, I want my time with my grandchildren to be really joyful and not disciplinary, but to have fun and to be more playful. It's really fun actually being a grandma, because when you're the mom, it's always got to get here, do this, da, 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 da.
Yeah.
And you don't have to be like that as a grandma, and I love that.
It feels like there's an extra graduation. Years ago, a dear friend of the show, Connie Sokol, gave the advice to be the aunt, to all moms out there, to put on the aunt hat for a minute, because aunts get to have fun. It's like grandparenting or grandmotherhood is kind of that next level.
I think so too.
The fun doors are wide open. And so just asking yourself that basic question as a grandma, what's my why? I heard you define a lot of things. I don't want to be a disciplinarian. I want to be a fun, soft source for my grandkids. Just articulating that, I think, is super powerful and focused.
Yes, there's kind of four things I think about. One is to make sure that you are sharing your stories with your stories of personal strength and faith with your grandchildren. I think that they can learn that they can do hard things by learning from your stories that you have to share.
And I love that you're pointing us toward a purposeful demonstration of that, like tell your stories. I have so many stories tucked away that my grandparents told me that I will remember forever.
Yeah.
And they demonstrate resiliency and strength and loss and disappointment, and you do feel there's a connection in that relationship once you know they've walked that path as well.
And that's the next thing, connection. Because if you're feeling like you have a story of someone in your past that you know, and you know they went through something really difficult, then that when you're going through something difficult, you can feel like, whoa, well, Grandma did that, and so I can too. That connection's big.
Here's another universal why, and just this sentence, just this phrase puts a smile on my face. You want us to be the National Guard for children and grandchildren. What do you mean by that?
That you come in when it's an emergency and you stay and do your work, and when the emergency's over, you step back and let your children do their thing. I believe so often in my work as a therapist, grandparents sometimes want to be in the middle of all of this family life, their children's families. And it's best for them to step back and let those children grow up with their parents being the one in charge, not grandma or grandpa.
Can I push gently? That sounds good on paper. In real life, that feels hard and lonely and a little sad, I think, sometimes, to feel like I have to be on the outside. How could you still feel that warmth of connection and that warmth of purpose, even though you know your role isn't central to the hum and to the busyness?
Create fun dates with your grandchildren. I like to do one-on-one things with them and have, I call it be cream. I want to be cream. I just want to be that Oreo cream in the middle, where I'm a soft place to land, I'm a cheerleader, I'm your biggest fan, and that's, to me, what being a grandma's all about.
Be the cream, and that is, we'll rest on your final point, to be the soft place. How can we be more pillow in our role as grandparents and nanas?
Look at the good. See the good that they're doing and trying to do. Just praise them for the good things that they're doing, and try not to be the one that's correcting all the time. And sometimes I find that's a little hard.
Sure.
Because you've raised your children, you kind of know what you're doing a little bit with kids, but I think it's best to step back and just let be cream.
I love that, be the cream. And another great thoughtful question to approach in the new year is that why in all of the roles that we play, including Nanahood and Grandmahood. Thank you so much,
You
Tammy.
bet,
We
Brooke.
appreciate your insight. Where can we hear more from you?
TammyHill.com. I'm on Instagram, Tammy Hill LMFT. and have a new book coming out. I'm
Congratulations
excited about
on that. Tell us about that.
Well, it's Replenish, it's this one. Because I'm a sex therapist, this one is Replenish, Creating Sexual Fulfillment in Marriage. It's taken me 7 years to write.
Wow.
Because I have lots of kids.
A lot of in-between things to do as well.
Yeah, but
well, congratulations.
I'm so excited for it. So
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thanks for your advice today.